Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back to the Nation Network. We are just 24 hours away from the Star Spangled Slammer Supercard event that everyone is talking about. Tomorrow, coming to you live from Orlando, Florida, it is going to be the who's who of professional wrestling, the XWF against the IWF. One of those promotions will fold at the end of the night. It's all in at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. Everything on the line, you might say. We take a look at some of the action that is going to be coming your way, and it is going to be absolutely top to bottom unbelievable. Titles will be on the line. Careers may be ended. We have seen so much taking place over these last several months. We want to catch everybody up and know exactly what's going on as we head into tomorrow night. One of the more recent matches that was just signed features a couple of people who are well known.
Is that right? Art, how's it going? You know something, I've been listening to you talk a lot lately. Throwing the name Anderson around, and think about it. Took a moment, scratched my head, and I don't recall ever seeing you at a family reunion. Come on, man. You know. Remember Christmas a few years back there, Ole's house. Oh, Ole's house. Ole, yeah. Well, now I know you ain't damn Anderson because Ole ain't no real Anderson either. You are a fake-ass Anderson. What are you talking about? Look at... Now, you might have a little bit of family resemblance, son, but that's about where it starts, that's where it ends. You want to prove to me you're an Anderson? Of course. I can do that. Great. July 6th, you and me, we're going to find out if you're an Anderson.
Indeed, July 6th, 24 hours away, and it's going to be an ambulance match. That was signed. That's the agreement, the enforcer against Cliff Anderson of the IWF, former IWF heavyweight champion, I might add. I'll tell you what, fans, 9 big matches on the card. 6 of them are going to have incredible potential, not to mention they're going to have a massive outcome on what happens between the XWF and the IWF. One of those matches in particular is the tag team title match for the IWF tag team titles, most recently taken over by the American Dream Dusty Rhodes and Diamond Dallas Page. There was a lot of controversy leading up to this match, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mind telling you. This is going to be decided in a tables match. I take it back. No, it's going to be a ladder match for the tag team titles. And I can tell you right now, anything goes in this one.
Moments, right there it is. And hold on, what's going on? They're taking off their masks in the ring. The disorderlies are unmasking. Are you kidding me?
The disorderlies indeed unmasking to unveil Diamond Dallas Page and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes.
American-made were the disorderlies the whole time? I don't know, but I can tell you that the XWF Tag Team Champions are now also the IWF Tag Team Champions.
History was made indeed that night at Rise of the Renegades. Now moving on to a different match, one where it doesn't have an all-or-nothing points system attached to it. This is from the XWF, and when you talk about a heated feud, it doesn't get any hotter than this one. The madness on display, and in this one, there will be no holds barred between the Macho Man Randy Savage and Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, you may remember, it was Ravishing Rick Rude who accidentally clotheslined Miss Elizabeth ringside just about 4 weeks ago. The Macho Man Randy Savage not accepting it, and he is ready for tomorrow night. Let's get you caught up on all the action that took place leading up to this big match.
The count goes on.
It was here that Ravishing Rick Rude went for the clothesline, missed the Macho Man, and took out Miss Elizabeth. The Macho Man understandably snapped at the sight of his manager on the floor.
He can't believe what he just saw. And now attacking Rick Rude. gotta believe that was an accident.
In a recent return match, things got even more heated.
And Savage with the steel steps. We've got to go to commercial.
They picked up right where they left off as the Macho Man Randy Savage, wasting no time at all, taking out Ravishing Rick Rude in what has been considered the most violent, the most bloody match in the history of the XWF.
Expect this thing was going to break down as Savage again goes to the head of Ravishing Rick Rude.
Nothing would be settled in this one as you see the Macho Man here. And Ravishing Rick Rude was unable to respond after that one. However, what happens tomorrow night, we will have to wait and see because we know there's no disqualifications, there's no countouts. We're going to have a winner. And another one of the big matches that we're looking forward to that do not have any points attached to them, the interpromotional match again with the XWF, and it is for the XWF Heavyweight Championship of the World. One of the most highly anticipated matches as it will pit the Nature Boy Ric Flair against his teammate, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Now, how did we get here, you may ask? Well, we're going to show you the history leading up to this big match, and we still don't know who the special guest referee is going to be.
Couldn't hold him. Here goes on now.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair would finish up a gauntlet with a big victory, deeming him the #1 contender for the XWF Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's your #1 contender in Bobby the Brain Heenan. You're going to have to figure something out. We'll see you again next time, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope you've got this under control.
XWF. Good night.
Hey, you've got nothing to worry about. I'll talk to him. Hey, Rick, how's it going, buddy?
The following week, Bobby the Brain Heenan would approach the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
You know it, and that's actually part of the reason why I'm here right now, pal. What's going on, Bobby? Look, you had a great match last week. What you did with Yokozuna? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, when it comes to being #1, I will go through hell and high water.
Well, I know that about you. And Perfect knows that, too, and I'll be honest with you, Rick, right now, he's a little bit concerned about where this might lead.
Luck of the draw, Bobby. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but the thing is this, Rick. We're talking about family. Heenan family members don't fight each other. You know that.
I'm giving an opportunity to the World Heavyweight Championship, and you think I'm going to step back from that?
Rick, all we're saying, not step back. Wait your turn. Just wait your turn.
Wait my turn? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Bobby, you know me. I'm the Nature Boy. Jet flying, limousine riding. You think I'm going to step back? I'm going to take a back seat? Listen, I don't know what the concern is. Either way, the belt stays in the Heenan family.
You're going to drive a wedge between family members, and we don't want that. We don't need that.
Look, Bobby, I understand your concern. I do. I got to be me, man. I'm addicted to the gold, brother. And at the end of the day, we are going to have a match that people will talk about for years to come. The Nature Boy Ric Flair, challenging the World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, for the XWF Heavyweight Championship. Now, you tell me what's going to be a better match than that on any given night of the week.
Could be a tremendous match, but it's just not the right time, Rick. You got to listen to me on this.
Bobby, I appreciate you. You know that. And I respect the hell out of you. That's why I'm a member of the Heenan family right now. If I've got a shot to become the World Heavyweight Champion, I'm going to take it. And I don't care who has a problem with that. You can either get on board, or maybe you want to sit this one out. But either way, Space Mountain is open for business. Woo!
Giving Heenan the opportunity to sit one out, perhaps the right idea, because as we would now come to find out, a special guest referee would be announced.
Now, last week I made mention that we've got a big World Championship title match to deal with. Champion, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, and now the #1 man from the same clan, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I said last week that I want to make sure we have a clear winner in this, and we're going to have a clear winner in this. And I feel the best way to do that is to have a special guest referee. Somebody who is up to the task. Somebody who knows this game. Somebody who has put his time inside this squared circle. And most importantly, someone who I know will call it down the middle.
Wait a minute.
And that man is...
Oh, look at it. Bobby the Brain Heenan coming out. At this point in time, it appeared that Bobby the Brain Heenan had heard enough. He believed that Teddy Long was going to appoint himself the special guest referee. We would find out that was not the plan of Teddy Long at all.
Not only do I think Bobby the Brain Heenan thinks. He can't do that.
Well, he is a qualified official. He would call it down the middle.
How do you know that? He's got no love for the Heenan family.
All right, hold the phone here, brother. I see exactly where you're going with this, and I'm not going to put up with this. You're going to be the one refereeing the match, right? Because you used to be a referee, and you think you're going to referee this match, but no, it's not going to happen because that is a conflict of interest. I've already consulted attorneys, and if you try to move forward with it, then I can promise you this, you're going to have a lawsuit that is going to bury you. Now, Bobby, I appreciate the fact that you believe I'd be able to handle this match, and I do believe I'd make a fine official. But to your point, it would indeed be a conflict of interest, so I am not going to referee the match between the Nature Boy Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect for the XWF Heavyweight Championship of the World. Hold on a minute, pal. So if you're not going to be the one who's refereeing the match, who you got?
Yeah, who?
Well, as I said, I gave it a lot of thought, and the one man who I truly believe is the right man for the job, the man who I believe will get the job done and give us a fair outcome, is you. Bobby the Brain Heenan. You will be the referee on July 6th.
You've got to be kidding.
What? I'm not going to be the referee. Are you out of your mind? Yes, sir, you will be the referee, or else you will be suspended indefinitely. Holla, holla, holla.
He can't do that.
Well, at this point, Bobby the Brain Heenan had to think on his feet, and he came up with what he referred to as a B plan.
You think I'm happy about this? I hate this. I was talking to Clarence all day, trying to figure out a way to get out of this thing. And he tells me, Teddy Long is the general manager. I'm under contract, and I got to do whatever he tells me to do within the scope of wrestling. I can't get out of this thing. Bobby, I'm not sure what the real problem is here. You're going to be the referee, right? So just call it down the middle. We'll be fine. Oh, really? We're going to be fine. So if Flair has your shoulders to the mat and I count 3, you're going to be fine with that. Is that what you're telling me? Bobby, don't worry about it because that's not going to happen. You see, I believe when this match is over and people look at this, they're going to say in the history of professional wrestling when it comes to referees, Bobby the Brain Heenan was perfect. That's what I'm talking about right there. You think I don't understand what that means? Do you really think for me this is fair? Hey, what's going on around here? Private meeting? I thought we were a family. No, it's not a private meeting. This whole thing. Bobby, relax. What are you getting excited about, my friend? You're going to call the match right down the middle, and Perfect and I are going to put on the match of a lifetime. People are going to be talking about this for decades to come. Right, so if he's got your shoulders to the mat and I count to 3, you're going to be all right with that? Bobby, I'm not worried about it because the fact of the matter is, as you know, I am the man. And even Perfect here knows. So the only thing you're worried about is if you count me out. Bobby, I'm not going to give you the opportunity. I heard when I walked in you use the word fair. You remember the old days, Bobby. Just be fair to Flair, and we'll be fine. Here you go. Between the two of you, I can't believe I'm in this position. I'm in the middle of my 2 top performers, and I'm supposed to... there's still one option left. What's that? I quit.
What? What are you talking about? Hey, where are you going? Bobby! Bobby, come back here. Well, that's going to change things up a little bit.
You think?
Indeed, change things up it did. Bobby the Brain Heenan is gone. He is no longer a member of the XWF. He is no longer leading the Heenan family, and they have now decided to go a different direction and call themselves the New Age Horsemen. That said, Teddy Long says we're still having a special guest referee, and he has one picked out, one that will not be intimidated, one that will not be pushed around. Who is it? We don't know. Teddy Long is not going to reveal the name until the match because he wants no more outside interference or undue pressure put upon any officials going into these main matches. I'll tell you, wrestling fans, we're less than 24 hours away now. It is going to be something that we will remember for many years to come. When we return, I understand we're going to have a direct feed to the Nature Boy Ric Flair in his private home, and we will talk with the Nature Boy about his thoughts on the match coming up and his anticipation when we return here on the Control Center in this countdown to the Star Spangled Slammer.
Hi, it's me, Antonio Banderas. When I use my box fridge, it makes me feel different. It makes me feel like Antonio Banderas.
Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools,
I feel like the Macho Man Randy Savage. You dig it? I do dig it, Randy. We're back! Power tools. Phenomenal appliances. Brutal hammers. Dishwashers. Mild sauce. Induction cooktops. Randy! Coming! Impact drivers. Refrigerators. Watch this. Hello. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to the Control Center. Here 24 hours away from Star Spangled Slammer, the event that'll pit the XWF against the IWF, and only one organization will be existing at the end of the day. But who will it be? Nobody knows, but we've got some big matches to look forward to. Before we do that, though, we're going to look back on the history that has led us to this big event, where it is literally all or nothing. One group is going to go, one group is going to stay. Now, for those interpromotional matches, a point system has been awarded. There will be 2 points for a pinfall or submission victory, 1 point for a victory by a disqualification or countout. And then in the 8-man elimination tag match, the winning team will get 4 points. A lot on the line in 24 hours, I can tell you that right now. We're going to take a look back at this moment on how all of this took place. It was a very rough
Something's
and
going
long
on in the back.
ride.
Hold on just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell?
That's outside here in the studio. It's outside the soundstage.
Indeed, it was right outside the studio here, the XWF, when the IWF attacked mercilessly, taking out members of the XWF roster.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Rob Von Dam, and he just attacked AJ Styles. Greg Valentine.
He left us to go for the IWF, and now he's going after the Hurricane. What in the hell's going on out here?
This is an attack. That's what's going on. Good Lord. We need security. Somebody get back there.
This is unbelievable.
Through a plate glass window. This is an assault.
Again, things got from bad to worse. And now, looking for retribution.
Lights just went out. What's going on here? That's a big boss man.
Indeed, the big boss man would stand up for law and order here in the XWF. The question was, who was going to take over?
Man, something's going on in the back. Hold on just a moment. We've got to go to the back. What's going on here?
It was now a night called Universal Assault. It was supposed to feature a six-man Cell from Hell match, I beg your pardon. However, all three members of the XWF were taken out backstage prior to the match. Who would represent the XWF if all three members of their main event were unable to compete?
Oh, come on now. This is out of control. Welcome, everyone, once again to the Nation Network. This is the main event, and we're about to find out who will represent the XWF. Are you kidding me?
It was an unprecedented return to the XWF of the owner, Hulk Hogan, along with the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk.
And four are going to battle on top of the steel structure. I don't believe this.
The Hell from Cell structure proved to be very dangerous as multiple injuries took place. As a matter of fact, one member of the IWF roster still has not returned since the injury sustained during this match, that being the young up-and-coming Rob Van Dam. Hulk Hogan and Thor would take this war to the top of the cage, but it wouldn't stay there for long.
There's a big move. Hogan almost went over the edge. This is absolutely unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen, and now the Island side is up there, all six men going on top of the steel cage. The Cell from Hell was never designed for this. Van Dam dropping Hogan with a DDT, and now Thor, a bloody mess. And look at this, Animal. Oh, they all go crashing through.
With bodies littering the canvas, raining down, nobody would be the same when it was over. However, the XWF would be victorious.
Hulk Hogan and the Immortals victorious.
Fans, I've got to tell you right now, the way things left that night, it looked like perhaps it was all said and done, but not to be. It was only a matter of time before a face-off between the superpowers of the IWF and the XWF would come face to face.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one was crazy. Thank you so much for joining us here on the XWF. Hold on, fallen. That's Thor from the IWF. Fans, that's it for tonight. We want to thank
Indeed,
you for
Thor
joining
of the
us.
IWF would attack,
Thor victorious, and that means next week. Hold
and
on.
Hulk Hogan would respond in kind by showing up on the IWF
That is
program.
Hulk Hogan. What is he doing here?
At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, the ownership was deeply entrenched, whether it be Hulk Hogan or perhaps the owner of the IWF, the Continental Lover himself, who decided to show up on the XWF programming. And let's just say things didn't probably go the way he'd expected.
You're not too bright.
I
In case you don't know, you're not welcome here. Listen, big man, I am not here for a fight. I'm here to extend an invitation. Consider it an olive branch, if you will. You want to come out? You want to settle some scores? 2 weeks from tonight, Rise, you can be part of it. I'm not worried about your Rise in the Renegades, and I don't need to wait 2 weeks. I've said it plenty of times in the past, and I'll say it again now. When you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. I don't need to wait 2 weeks. I'm getting my retribution right now.
And with those words stated, Bam Bam Bigelow went to work on the IWF owner.
Yeah, what I know about Mansfield is he was a wrestler at one point in time, but now he's retired. He is just running the IWF. Bam Bam Bigelow putting the squash on him.
Indeed, Bam Bam Bigelow putting the squash on him is an accurate description of what took place. Now it was a matter of time. Hulk Hogan would take it upon himself to enter enemy territory and make it official.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. I've been watching you, man. I seen what you've been doing, man. I was out for a little while, but I was still watching. I saw how you attacked members of my organization in the parking lot like a bunch of thieves in the night, brother. Where I come from, we have a way of dealing with people like that, man. You might be a big dude around here, but you're nothing in my world. You're looking at the biggest arms in the world, the 24-inch pythons of power, man, and they are going to rain justice down upon you. You want someone to accept your challenge? On July 6th, my friend, you and the IWF Championship will fall to the power of Hulkamania. I suppose you think right now I'm supposed to be afraid of you, right? The great Hulk Hogan. The only reason I've never beaten you is I've never faced you. On July 6th, you will find out what everyone around here has found out. When you step in the ring with Thor, you will feel the power and the thunder, and you will be thunderstruck. Oh yeah, it sounds real good, man, but I got one question for you. What you gonna do when the 24-inch pythons and Hulkamania runs wild on you?
What a match.
Well, that was the shot heard round the world. At this point in time, we know that the two men were going to clash. But what we didn't realize was exactly what was going to come out of that. It would turn into what would be a full-scale invasion at this point in time, as it was an open-door policy between both promotions leading up to July 6th. And both promotions would indeed take advantage of the new situation.
There's a clothesline and down goes Hogan. Fans, we are out of time. Very impressive. Denny Brown's been able to. Oh, hammer time! He ran right into
Both teams taking advantage. We see Thor taking a big victory here, but moments later, Hulk Hogan would storm
Hogan from behind, attacking.
Studio 23 and lay out Thor. And here comes the new wrinkle, the steel cage.
Cage is being brought down. If that's what he wants, that's what he's got.
And now we know both of these men will indeed be meeting inside of a steel cage. Fans, plenty more to still come. When we come back, as promised, we'll hear from the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Stay with us.
He's American man.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you?
Fans, I am joined at this time from his condo in North Carolina, the one and only, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And Rick, a big day tomorrow for you.
Well, you know something, Eugene? I've got a lot on my mind right now. First off, Bobby Heenan, I know you're watching this, and I just want to say again, I respect you. I understand the position you were put in. It wasn't fair to you, and you made the decision that you thought you had to make. I respect that. But don't think for a moment, I don't have in the back of my mind the thought that perhaps Hulk Hogan is pulling some of the strings around here.
Are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm telling you like it is. Hulk Hogan has got retribution on his mind, in my opinion. It was Bobby Heenan with the legal team that forced Hogan out and had to bring Teddy Long in there so that he could be the general manager and Hogan could keep the title, which didn't last very long, if you remember. And now, Hogan, I guarantee you're behind all of this. Well, trust me when I tell you, if you thought the Heenan family was bad, wait until you see what happens with the New Age Horsemen, my friend.
All right, that being aside, you do have a lot of things to think about between now and tomorrow night. Number one, you don't know who the guest referee is going to be.
You know what? Everyone's hung up on who's the guest referee going to be. I don't care. We've got no disqualifications, no count out, and I'm the dirtiest player in the game. Gene, do you really think that I'm going into this thing shorthanded? I've got the driver's seat, man. I'm going to take this thing all the way to the finish line.
Well, be that as it may, you will still have to get past the reigning champion, and he is quite the talent. You know that as well.
I'll never take anything away from Perfect. He is what he claims to be since the day he took the XWF Championship from Hogan, which is no easy task. He's been riding high on top of Cloud 9, baby. He's put that title on the line night in and night out. He's defended it like a champion. But here's the thing, and I've told him before, and I'll say it again. You have beat some great names. You've beat Hogan. You beat Macho Man. You beat Steamboat. You've beaten some great, great wrestlers. But what you're going to find out that's a little bit different tomorrow night, what everybody's going to find out is, number one, what's causing all this? And it is the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And the other thing you're going to find out tomorrow night, perhaps a little bit more important, is in the past, you were good enough. But tomorrow night, my friend, Perfect isn't going to be good enough. You're going to have to be better than Perfect to beat me, and you can't do it. Woo!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we will look forward to tomorrow night. Very much indeed. Two of the biggest names in the history of wrestling, and definitely two of the biggest names on the show tomorrow night. Thank you again, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Fans, it is now just a matter of time as the minutes tick away to Star Spangled Slammer. Make sure you're with us tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It is going to be an absolute barn burner, I don't mind telling you. We'll see you then, right here on the Nation Network.